Hey, so my last video proved to annoy a lot of people. So I wanted to respond and I typed up what I wanted to say because I do get tongue-tied. I was very upset to be told that because of my position on the Billboard issue, that made me a closeted atheist because apparently if you're a true atheist, there's only one possible position you can have. Sound familiar? That's part of the reason why I left religion. So, let me explain my point a little better than I did in the last video. First off, I know about the horrible things that the religious right are doing. I agree that a lot of nuts out there want to make this country a theocracy, and if that happens, we need to stand up for our civil liberties. I also agree that the story of Jesus is a myth. If you've ever debated me, you would know that I'm not shy to say those things. However, I honestly don't think being aggressive is beneficial. What it does is cause animosity. I agree that we should challenge religion, but there are certain forums for that. YouTube is a great place because people are coming to you. Or having a public debate with someone who wants to do it is great. I am more than happy to criticize religion when I'm having a debate. But to advertise my criticisms to strangers who aren't having the conversation with me is basically just preaching. That's why I'm also against having atheist pamphlets to hand out to people in the subway, which someone actually suggested at one of our meetings. That's proselytizing, and it would be hypocritical of me. I fail to see what the billboards really do other than get a rise out of folks and get some attention on TV. If the point of the billboards is to make people more aware of how the religious right are using religion to push creationism, for example, then make that clear. Raise awareness of the issue of creationism, how it's being pushed into schools with a dishonest agenda, and how religion is being used in politics and education. That is what our activism is about. I don't think any of the billboards I've seen are going to make a difference and help creationism, stem cell research, etc. Now, if the goal is to bring out closeted atheists, then, as I said, I think they will respond just as well to a basic ad that says, "Are you an atheist? Then come and learn more about our organization." Show images of doctors, lawyers, families who are all happy and atheists. To me, that's more interesting. Now, here's the most important part of what I have to say, and I've been saying it to the religious for years. The point of my atheist activism is not to attack religion, but to stand up for civil liberties for the goal of a peaceful future. People need to know that our atheism is not driven by hatred, but by wanting to contribute positively to our society. Telling people that their religion is false is just going to result in two things. One, the majority will just be pissed off, use that as an excuse not to respond to the arguments you're making, and have a negative opinion of atheists in general. And two, yeah, there will be a small number who will feel their faith is challenged and may become atheists or come out of the closet as atheists, but you could have gotten that same effect in other ways. Now, one of my videos is called, "Does Atheism Inherently Lead to Assholism?" The point I made there is that you should use your First Amendment right, you should stand up for things, you should protest things that you are against, but being rude and an asshole for the sake of it gets you nowhere and is counterproductive. We all know the stereotype of the militant atheist who's really angry and arrogant and obnoxious and petty and hateful and is just as strident in his beliefs as what he's protesting against and just basically wants attention. He likes to fart loudly and he wants to make sure everyone smells it. I'm very aware of that stereotype and I've gone out of my way to not be that person because I know that danger is there. That's why I was against the Quran burning movement or the people who wanted to stop the Ground Zero Mosque. I feel that is hypocrisy. So, if I'm against the billboards, what do I suggest instead? I think the best thing we atheists can do is come out publicly about our atheism and hold discussions about why we feel as we do. I'd like to get the image out there that atheists are good, normal people who are moral because they use reason and care about the future, and we have good reasons for having rejected religion, reasons that others can't respond to. I think that opens a dialogue better. And as for the horrible things that the religious right are doing, or that religion in general is being used to justify, we should protest them by bringing attention to them. For example, a lot of people have left the Catholic Church because they've witnessed the hypocrisy during the present scandal. Now, you may be an atheist and disagree with everything I've said in this video, and that's fine. I wish people didn't take opinions so damn seriously. But how dare you tell me that my position makes me less of an atheist, and if I don't agree with those billboards, then that must mean I'm closeted. There are no rules to being an atheist. We're all free thinkers, and that's the point. If you feel that as an atheist I have to agree with you, then excuse me. Oh, this is what happens when you don't rehearse. If you feel that as an atheist I have to agree with you, then I want nothing to do with your organization, because that is exactly the kind of strident hypocrisy I was talking about. Not to mention, I'm just a loudmouth with a camera on YouTube, not any kind of politician. If you think I'm an idiot, that's perfectly fine. But there are two things you can do. Stop watching my videos and shut the fuck up.